So guys, the expansion draft. We are off stream right now. I'm going to be giving my full reactions. Full reactions to everything. I have broken down every one of these teams. I have broken down every one of these picks, what my opinions on them all are. I've broken it all down, and it will be broken down in a whole bunch of videos. I'm giving my reactions now, and I will be grading these expansion draft picks. I'm going to be grading every single expansion draft pick in about, I'll say, I don't know, it might be out in like 4 hours from now. But I will be grading every single one. That being said, what we have to do here is we have to talk about this. And my initial reaction is that of shock. I'm going to be honest, I will use the word shock as a bit of a reaction there, because there were a lot of players that I'm shocked. Like the Toronto, it looks like the Portland Fire made a pick just to spite the Toronto Tempo. Like, for me, there's no logic. There is no logic to the Portland Fire drafting drafting Bridget Carleton with the first pick of the overall draft and paying her $1.4 million. I don't see the logic to giving Bridget Carleton a Supermax. I just don't. I could be wrong here. I don't see the logic to it. The Toronto Tempo very clearly built a team to win, to be more competitive now. The Toronto Tempo are not trying to tank. They might just end up tanking, but my guess is that the Toronto Tempo, like if you look, Julie Alamon, Niara Sabally, like the Tempo drafted, I'm trying to think of players that aren't on rookie, that still have like years on their contract. Conde. They drafted Kane. I think they drafted an entire team other than Leonai of people that are free agents they need to re-sign. So like I actually think the Tempo don't take all of these players. I don't think these players, I wouldn't be surprised if 6 of these players don't make the Tempo squad. 5 or 6 of them really might not make the Tempo squad. And I think that wouldn't be a surprise. Whereas the Portland Fire took whoever they believed was the best player available at every given time. And not the best player, the highest upside player. Like, Carleton was out of spite just to piss off the Tempo, which I don't know what happened there. Was it that they were pissed off they took the first pick in the main draft instead of the expansion draft? So we said, look, we're going to draft the person you were going to draft. But like, Carla Late is a fantastic pick. And this is the thing where you're looking into the season, and the Toronto Tempo or Portland Fire might win 5 games. They are in tank mode. Carla Late is not there till June. She misses the first month of the season because she's still playing Spain. Geisel Suter, I don't know, she mightn't be over game 1. She wasn't last year. Engsler has been, I didn't see her in a rival. She might be hurt. Caldwell's a decent pickup. Chloe Bibby's been injured a lot of the last year. Even playing for Girona has been injured a lot of the year. Haley Jones, a high upside swing. Puok is coming into her first season in the league. Could be really good. Sarah Ashley Barker. I don't rate Sarah Ashley Barker. And Nika Mule's there to sell jerseys. Like, Nika Mule averages 0.1 points per game and has 2 torn ACLs. I don't mean this in a bad way. Since coming into the WNBA in 2024, she has as many ACL tears. She has more ACL tears than field goals made. Like, that's not ideal. But she's there to sell jerseys. She's there for marketing reasons to sell jerseys. It's as simple as that. But Sarah Ashley Barker, again, not the worst pickup. I think they went very much high upside. But when we're talking about other teams, the likelihood is that everyone protected their free agents. And if you guys agree, subscribe. We are trying to get to 58,030 subscribers by the end of the day. We are trying to get to, we've gained we gained like 40 today. But we are trying to get to hopefully 60,000 by the end of by the start of the season in about a month's time. But we got to look at this, and my guess is that Bree Jones, a lot of unrestricted free agents that we thought were unprotected, like Bree Jones. It seems like Azare just wasn't taken in the draft. It seems like Azare was not protected. They protected Ray Burrell over Judy Alamont, and the Portland Fire, whatever about Mabry, chose to take Bridget Carleton as spite over Azare Stevens, which is mental. I think Sophie Cunningham was protected. There are rumblings that KK Timpson went unprotected, and they just didn't want her. They didn't want KK Timpson. That is what the rumblings are, is that these two teams just did not want KK Timpson, which, I'm going to be honest, kind of makes sense. KK is not very good at basketball. Like, there is a hypothetical that where KK is good, but I don't think she's very good at this point in time. Like, she was getting DNPs overseas. Like, it's not like she was playing, but like doing an Alpha fan playing behind Kayla Alexander. She was getting DNPs and there was 18-year-old kids playing over her. I think the Fever protected Sophie. I think the Atlanta Dream protected Bree Jones. May have protected Brittany Griner. Definitely protected. We know their main two that they protected. The Aces. Like, the Aces might have fucked about and protected Jewel Lloyd. Like, I genuinely think they might have protected Jewel Lloyd. It doesn't for me, there's no logic in Leah Nye going. The Aces have one player on rookie contract, and she's on a rookie minimum and is a solid contributor, and they let her walk. Like, the biggest losers of this draft, by the way, are Las Vegas Aces. How do you lose the only player on your team on a rookie contract? You lost the only player. The only player on your team on a rookie deal who is on a rookie minimum and is actually play basketball. You lost the only player. That makes no sense. If you are the Lynx obviously protected. They protected Alana Smith and Courtney Williams. So a lot of these players where teams were like, and by the way, it now makes sense why the Sky traded their picks, because they would have lost. Like, they believe that HVL, Maddie Westbeld, and Ariel Atkins, because a lot of people are like, you know what, you'll just leave Ariel Atkins. They're not going to core her. They're obviously going to core Marina Mabry. They're going to core Marina Mabry and Bridget Carlton, which is kind of crazy. It's really mad. And obviously, every single team seems to have been on the same page with the UFA situation. So obviously, agents are calling teams and being like, dude, the expansion teams are looking for my client. You have to protect them. If you do not protect them, the expansion team will take them. And I think they would have taken Sophie Cunningham if she was on the board. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, I actually think they would have taken Sophie if they like. There's Sophie Cunningham is barely worse than Bridget Carlton, and Sophie Cunningham is a bigger name than Carlton. Again, I don't know why they took Carlton. I genuinely think they took Carlton out of spite. I actually believe that Bridget Carlton was a pick taken out of spite. That's the only thing logic I can think of. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That is my initial reactions to the expansion draft. I'll talk more in depth about all these teams, about what it means for the Fever, what it means for number one overall pick. We got 4 more videos to come out today. But yeah, for me now, that is it. I will see you guys in a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.